sure, Nige.
Oh, I'm sure.
I mean, all eternity sure. Marrying a Catholic is that heavy.
It's a bit late to start worrying about that now.
No, it isn't. You mustn't go through with it just because we're getting a nice glass of wedding present.
You're very beautiful, Nigel. Which I suppose is why Daddy bought you for me.
He didn't buy me, Teresa. I wish you wouldn't say things like that.
Last year it was a racehorse. This year it was you. I'm well in my 20s, Nigel. He wants me to start a family. I'm going inside for a minute. You'd better be good at providing him with male grandchildren. Otherwise, you know Daddy. He'll want a refund. I've lit a candle for St. Mary Magdalene and one for Mrs. Dewsbury. If you want to light one for anybody, go ahead.
I don't think so. Not just at the moment, thanks.
You're a Catholic now, Nigel.
Yes, I know, but I thought I'd start slowly and sort of build up to it, you know. Who's Mrs. Dewsbury, Terry?
What?
The one you lit a candle for this afternoon, who is she?
She used to come and clean for us. She worked hard and lived decently and got cancer. There are crash courses in holiness which can be very unpleasant.
It's a nice tune.
It's a fabulous tune. There were two things I wanted to be that Daddy blew his stack over. A, a nun, and B, a singer with a band.
Oh, no.
Don't look at me like that. I've got a fair voice.
Your father's got sense.
He's also got a mate with a jazz club up London. It was all arranged, and then Daddy hauled me away on the grounds that it wasn't a dignified occupation for the daughter of a gangster.
He's not a gangster.
He thinks he's a gangster.
He is the proprietor of a gaming club. He has to employ a bouncer or two, that's all.
How long's she gonna be in there?
You got a butterfly mind, you have, Lenny.
Hold the horse a minute, she says.
You've only had that horse 10 minutes. You're bored with it already.
They're not as predictable as the internal combustion engine.
Yeah. They're not as predictable as the internal combustion engine.
I thought it might be nice to have coffee in here.
You thought you better keep me out of the blistering distance of your husband's language.
Oh, I'm sorry, Father. Are they still circling each other?
Oh, yes. And in full throat, it appears.
Oh, he's wasting his breath. The more he shouts, the more stubborn she gets. I daren't look in case she starts stroking her eyebrows. That's always a prelude to one of her mutinies.
Hot buttered toast, madam.
It's the butler. I'm not at all sure how to work him. He's one of Charlie's ideas. Thank you, Potterton.
Tax deductible.
I suppose he must be. How's Nigel taking instruction?
Like medicine. He swallows the articles of faith by holding his nose and rushing for a drink afterwards.
Oh, poor boy. It's been very complicated for him, becoming engaged to Terry.
You're too damn dead stuff like that. I don't know why all this prejudice against battering women.
Oh, dear.
did you let her go for, you stupid blinding but...
Charles, say good morning to Father Denham.
Good morning, Father. You let her go? You just stood there and let her go?
What can we do, boss?
We were watching the horse, Mr. Weston.
Yeah. We was watching the horse.
Yeah. What can we do? Your own daughter? You want me to tell her I should tell her she can't take the car?
Right. It's shiny, damn new, without a scratch on the paintwork, and she drives like a bitch. Beg your pardon, Father. And I want you to tell her she can't have my car. In fact, come to think of it, if it's clapped out and knackered, I want you to tell her she can't have my car.
Would you like me to chase after her, Mr. Weston? Bring her back?
Oh, no, forget it, Nigel. Look, son, I'll tell you what. We'll let her cool down. We'll let her burn all that nonsense out of herself. Then we'll get you two married in that extravagant, glossy style that my wife thinks of as colossal bad taste. Now, what do you say to that?
That's great for my image when she takes off like this.
How far can she go in a pair of riding breeches? I mean, I ask you, how far can she go?
So, what you waiting for?
Customary to show your appreciation, mate.
What's that number?
What? Oh, GLW 656J.
It's in my other shoe.
Oh, hello. Listen, it's Mangum here. I want to speak to Benny. Will you stop shouting down the phone, please? Look, don't give me the old heave-ho. I realise, Einstein, that you have been programmed with very, very simple instructions, but I think you'd better check with Benny because I've got a feeling he wants to talk to me. I've got a brace of his goons camping outside on my doorstep. Benny? Benny, whilst it must be admitted that I do owe you a moderate sum, this is getting very unethical. Oh, come on, Benny. Call off the frighteners, will you? I've got these two Dobermen of yours outside in the street. They're looking very sinister. Yeah, all right. So it's more than a few quid. But can't we maintain a civilized posture about this? Look, Benny, you know, don't you, that I'm contemplating marriage with Mrs. Marino? And if that doesn't show good faith, I don't know what the hell does. But Benny, look, I'm practically heir to all those pet food goodies. I mean, there's not only Smackles, Benny, there's Kittykins, Jawbone, Scrunch. Scrunch, Benny. No, she won't let me have an advance. She really does run a very tight purse. However, I do think it would be inept to start redesigning my face at this juncture. Benny, you have a barbarian's grasp of the bookie-client relationship. What's the matter? Never seen a bicycle before?
Why don't you say something light and witty? The late Mr. Marino was a man of impoverished small talk. From you, I expect a certain glitter.
Fluffy, do you think we could go somewhere quietly where you could write me out a cheque?
I will not underwrite your gambling debts.
My dear Fluff, they're the only kind I've got. I have been meaning to ask you something, Fluff. If we do get married, do you think it would be possible for me to sit in the middle and the dog to have the window?
Don't be a sore ass. You're in his place. It's the wrong blue.
Oh, very well, Mrs. Marino, this way.
Caroline, Mrs. Foley, of course. Yes. Hello, Caroline. Look, is Foley there? No, I'm fine. Yes, I know. It has been a long time, hasn't it? But you know how it is. If you keep drinking enough, the days just go by, don't they? Oh, you're joking. No, really? Well, I mean, they can't be that old. I mean, the last time I saw them, they were so high and extremely sticky, if I remember. Listen, Caroline, I am ringing from my doctor's surgery, and there is a man here in a spinal jacket waiting bravely for the phone. So could you just put that husband of yours on the blower? Stop yapping, you tiresome bitch. Hello, Foley? Listen, life is bleak enough without finding your wife on the end of the phone. What the hell have you done to her? I mean, she used to be a reasonable boff with long legs. Yes, well, I understand all that, Foley. Very commendable of you to idolize the way she walks all over you, but don't you think you're creating a monster there? Anyway, listen, enough of these pleasantries. I don't want to keep you from your household duties, Foley, but I just called to say that if you were thinking about repaying that 2 ton you owe me like now, would be a very, very harmonious time. Foley, you still there? Yes, I know it's a bit tactless out of the blue like this, but stiffen the sinews, old chap, will you? Because I am in a heavy mire. I really need the money. So I should be grateful, Foley, if you could hock a few items or send Caroline out on the batter or something.
You like this one?
Good God, woman, it's hideous.
That settles it. I'll take it.
Foley?
You have astonishingly reliable bad taste, darling.
Yes, well, my bookie seems to think so.
You've got a fine investment there, Mrs. Marino. I want this wrapping very carefully.
You're not happy, Mangum.
Happiness requires a much lower IQ than I've been lumbered with.
I'd give you money for anything except your gambling.
I don't need money for anything except my gambling.
Mrs. Marino?
I won't marry you unless you stop.
I love the way the wealthy have this spontaneous impulse towards caution.
I should be sorry not to marry you, Mangum. How much did you say?
5,000 guineas, madam.
Well, I couldn't have lived with that picture anyway. Here, take the dog. Watch your legs.
I can't understand her at all. It's very unsettling.
Pre-bridal nose boy. You laugh about it on your honeymoon.
I never thought she'd run away from me.
She hasn't run away. She does these things occasionally.
She knows that I'm unattractive.
Can I pay, sir?
Let's not have any false modesty about this. There are circles where I'm considered something of a dish.
Eat.
I couldn't eat a thing.
26794. That's right. Transfer the charge, please.
Weston here. Yes, I'll accept the charge. Put her on. Terry. Terry? Where have you been? What are you doing? Have you been in the car? No, look, I want the truth.
I haven't bent the car. The car's in good shape. Any half-competent idiot with a hammer should be able to take a few dents out of a wing. I'm pulling your leg, Daddy. Now, don't worry about me. I'll be back in plenty of time. Don't interrupt. I know you're still not a Catholic, but I love you over the phone. It's just close to you I get a bit unbearable. The car is fine. It's run out of juice, that's all. I've abandoned it. But that's what I'm calling for. To tell you where it is so you can get Max to fetch it.
Now, wait a minute. Look, wait a minute. Not so fast, not so fast. Look, I can spell it. You don't have to spell it for me. I can't keep this paper silk. Look, Nigel, put your finger on this paper, will you? If you can, catch it the next time it comes past.
I've got it.
Terry? Give me that again, will you? Yeah? Turn left at the third junction, yeah? Wilkinson's garage on the A340. Well, that's nearly in London. Now, listen, don't leave the car. It'll take a couple of hours to get there. What do you mean you won't be there? Where are you going with no clothes and no money?
Tell Mother not to worry. Give her my love. Tell her I'll call her tomorrow. Now, you pass that message on, Charlie, and don't be agnostic about it.
Teresa? Now, listen to me. I want to know where you're going. And don't call your father Charlie when he's shouting at you. Now, look, Teresa, wait a minute, please. Please, wait a minute. Look, Nigel wants to say hello. Go on.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hello, Nige.
Oh, Jesus, lady!
Don't say that!
What are you trying to do here, Steve? Come on, stupid.
Well, Charlie Weston's daughter, aren't you? What the hell are you doing down here in that outfit?
I came on an impulse. If you take time to pack a bag, you change your mind and never make it.
Yeah. You know, in my experience, horsewomen are quite capable of nailing people over stable doors, just for luck.
That's a high moral tone coming from an area of strip clubs and dirty bookshops.
You've been looking?
At the pictures of the strippers. They're quite large ladies. One of them had a snake. Would that be a grass snake, do you think?
It smokes all the time.
Teresa!
Uncle Larry.
Look at this now. Ooh. Oh, look at that. Oh, for the minute I thought it was John Wayne.
Well, it's a long story.
Well, it must have been a long ride.
I didn't have time to change.
And how's your lovely mother?
Fine.
And how's Charlie?
Unspeakable.
Oh, well, I'm glad he's in good form. And how's, Thingy?
He's gorgeous. I think I'll be able to make something of him.
You'll make something of him, gal.
Uncle Larry, I want to sing. Just for the hell of it. Just for one time before I get old and married and boring.
Does Charlie know you're down here?
That depends on what you tell him when he rings up looking for me.
Marriage. I'm only doing it for my bookie. He doesn't seem to realise that one's expected to give up horses and dogs and the kind of women that run around with musicians.
All right, lover boy, you got us here at this sun god now. Let's rehearse it, eh? This is Terry. She's going to sing tonight.
Hi.
Hello.
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 What does the horse do?
Okay, smart mouth. So you don't like the way she's dressed? Well, take a taxi to some boutique and get her what she needs.
It's not safe for me out there, Larry.
Mangum, with your mouth, it's not safe for you anywhere.
Anyway, I'm a bad risk with money, Larry. At this moment in time, I'm a very bad risk with money.
Do you know why I have the confidence to trust you with this? Because she's going with you. And Mangum, I want the change.
Are you coming or not? What's wrong? Have you lost your white stick?
Just go and get us a taxi, right?
You want us in the back or right side saddle, lady?
You can shut up for a start. I've heard enough jokes today. I get nervous. I have to talk.
Yeah.
How old are you, Mangum?
When are you going to stop asking me questions?
You needn't be embarrassed. I'm frank and forthright. You can ask me questions.
Why don't you shut up?
I'm nervous, I told you. It's not conversation, it's adrenaline. I'm getting screwed up gastrointestinally. What kind of audiences do you have?
Oh, they're terrifying.
Oh, you are a swine.
No, they just sit there drinking blood.
I've been trying to work out if you're as evil as you pretend to be, and I have every confidence that you are.
Right.
Don't you think that the universe is a bit awesome, huge, and chilly to be walking around so prickly in? We all need friends.
And what do you know about awesome, huge and chilly? You look like a survivor if ever I saw one.
Do I look like a singer?
Do you sound like a singer?
You're a bit fatter than your photograph.
A photograph?
In an old melody maker.
Yes, well, I didn't get much to eat in those days. It was the time when an olive in one's gin was considered a square meal.
Is dissipation all that it's cracked up to be?
Well, it beats trying to have a good...
Are you ready, kid?
I think so.
Are you quite sure you want to do this?
I want to do it, Uncle Larry.
All right, then. 10 minutes and you're on.
Does Mangum still write music?
Music? The only little notes he writes are to his bookie.
Very difficult position.
Eat. Eat. I can't eat.
Very thoughtful.
What do you mean you can't? You've got... Look, you have got a...
This is not an easy shot by any means, but he's made it. Good stuff, Fred. Oh, really top class. Really worth watching. That's
Thank you,
not bad
Waterton.
either.
You've got a saint for every day of the week to turn to. Let them do the worrying and you eat.
How can you eat when we don't even know where she is?
Because I've got the boys out looking for her and because I've got a clear conscience, that's why. I broke my back for that girl.
Gonna do it. Beautiful.
You interfere.
Interfere? I interfere. Every time she turns, she falls over my money. That's how I interfere.
And Pink is up near the cushion.
And you think I'm wrong to ask?
On that. He's touched it, and he's right in line with the cushion.
Look, she'll be married tomorrow anyway. You'll have to get used to us being alone. Just the three of us.
Yes. So the black ball, and this has been...
Something good to look at, as well as listen to. An addition to our musical menu. For the first time in Larry's club, Terry Weston.
Skylark, have you anything to say to me? Won't you tell me where my love can be? Is there a meadow in the mist where someone's waiting to be kissed? Skylark, have you seen a valley green with spring, where my heart can go a journeying over the shadows and the rain to a blossom-covered lane? And in your lonely flight, haven't you heard the music in the night? Wonderful music, faint as a will-o'-the-wisp, crazy as a loon, sad as a gypsy serenading the moon. Oh, Skylark, I don't know if you can find these things, but my heart is riding on your wings. So if you see them anywhere, won't you lead me there? Won't you lead me there?
One, two, three, four.
Oh, there you are. You heard the applause. They liked you.
And all the disasters?
Oh, come on. Do you want to bet how many of them out there even knew?
Mangum knew.
Can you see her? What the hell are you wearing those things for?
I can't see him.
I bet you can't even see the street.
I can see the street.
Well, listen, she can't have got very far. And you made her feel about 2 foot tall, big mouth. Get after her. Take the car.
Ah, but I haven't brought the car.
Well, take mine.
Don't be predictable. Get into the car.
No way.
Listen, this is not the place to argue. Now, will you please get into the car?
Stop following me.
You will get me nicked for curb crawling. Will you please get into the car?
You don't write music anymore, Mangum. Is that why you're uptight?
Where do you think you're off to?
Home?
On foot?
I'll find the railway station.
You'll probably find a great number of railway stations. Which particular railway station do you require?
Retford. It's in Notts.
I know the feeling. Get into the car. What are you giggling at?
You do look funny with your head through the roof.
Please get into the car. Stop giggling.
Did you really write that lovely song?
Did I write what lovely song? I've written lots of lovely songs.
Cold City.
Yes, I wrote Cold City.
I think it's incredible.
What is incredible?
A grumpy old sod like you writing that haunting tune. Where's my bag?
Oh, sod your bag. I'm sorry. Listen, I'm going to phone Larry, get your ticket, and then I'll go back for your bag, all right? Now, come on. Hello, Larry. This is Mangum here. I have got this idiot bird at St. Pancras Station, and I'm about to put her on a train back to Daddy. And there's one in half an hour. No, she's perfectly all right. She's absolutely fine. Just a little bit off-key. It is her idea, Larry. She wants to go home, and she wants to go home by train because it's a long, long walk. Yes. Uh-huh. Do you want a word?
Tell him he's lovely. Tell him thanks.
Did you hear that, Larry?
Tell him I'll call him from home.
She said she'll call you from home. Yes, there's a train in half an hour. I'll put her on it, and then, Larry, I am going back home to sleep. And I will bring your car round tomorrow morning, all right? Right.
It's Sunday already.
So?
Tomorrow's my wedding day.
He has my deepest sympathy.
He needs the steadying influence of a good woman.
Ah. Well, perhaps when he's been married to you for some time, he might find one.
I hear you're going to marry a Mrs. Piccolino.
Marino.
That's good. You need a woman to make something of you. Can I have a meat pie?
Never mind your meat pie. I'll get your ticket first.
There's something about my ticket that I think you ought to know.
What is there about your ticket that could possibly interest me?
You're going to have to lend me the money to get it.
What?
I'll send it back when I send what I owe to Uncle Larry. If you want collateral, I'll leave you my shoes or a pint of blood or something.
Don't get snide. It is money well spent. There is just one thing. I do not carry a lot on me. And the reason I don't carry a lot on me is that I don't have a lot. Because we don't all have daddies. How much is your ticket?
I don't know. About £7?
£7. £7. I haven't got it.
Could you run to a meat pie?
How long are we going to be in London, boss?
Just as long as it takes to pick her up from Larry's.
As long as it takes to turn round and bring her back.
Oh, my God. What on earth are you doing?
I don't feel like sleeping. I want to talk. How long is it since you've written anything?
Like at this time in the morning forever.
Hope she drives you to it, Mrs. Piccolino.
Marino!
Don't shout at me. You don't have to shout at me.
But why don't you just get back to bed?
It's not very comfortable. When I said you could make me a bed on the couch, I had this wild idea of something without lumps.
But what are you getting to bed?
All right, I'm getting back into bed. How much do you owe your bookie?
None of your damn business.
All right, be pig-headed.
You discuss my financial problems with some dozy bitch who hasn't even got the price of a train fare.
What do you feed your cat on?
What the hell's that got to do with anything?
He's been sick in the kitchen.
Oh, no. You know something? You're a liar.
I cleaned it up.
Oh, well, thanks very much.
Larry! Larry!
All right.
All right. I've come to fetch her.
Oh, Charlie, how are you?
Just a little you.
Oh, well, you know how it is. Now listen, Charlie, she's on her way home. She's on the train.
She's all right.
As right as rain. One of my people put her on the train about an hour ago. Now listen, Charlie, wait there. I'm coming down.
Now, go back to bed, Larry. We're driving straight back home.
Oh, well, won't you come in for a drink or something?
Next time. And listen, Larry, thanks for keeping an eye on her.
Well, she's like my own.
I sometimes wonder who the hell she is like.
Why don't you find that?
Cleaned up a whole pile of stuff.
Forgotten all about this.
Now you can finish it.
It is finished.
Well, you must do something with it.
Oh, no way.
That's either stupid or criminal.
Well, it's not a question of choice, girl. Lose the faith, that's all. You wake up one morning, you find there's no more music left in you. One of the last illusions to go, but it goes. Along with all the other romantic notions one carries around in one's head.
I think that's the sorriest thing I've ever heard.
I didn't say I liked it, did I? I found there was enough real pain in the world without writing it down for amorous purposes.
That's love you're dismissing, as if it's just a state of ignorance.
Child, it is a state of ignorance. I am now going to bed, to sleep.
Which reminds me, don't forget to empty the ashtrays.
Where is she?
Where is she? Well, she's here, isn't she? Came with you an hour ago.
No.
British blinding rail.
Where to, Chief?
The station.
Would you like me to do it, Mr. West? I could easily do it. Oh, come on, please. Come along. Lost.
for?
Mardy. What kind of word is Mardy, for God's sake? That girl is an idiot. That's what she is. She is a first-class idiot. An idiot. Drink yourself to sleep. Cheers.
It never occurred to you to ask if I might like one?
You drink neat whiskey.
Sometimes?
She drinks neat whiskey, of course. Don't you know? She probably drinks strychnine as well. What a good idea.
Thank you. Gods, this stuff makes your eyes water.
It's imported bourbon.
Why don't you just make it in your own bathtub?
That stuff costs 14 quid a bottle.
No wonder you couldn't afford my train fare. You've got no sense of proportion, Mangum.
I economise on soda.
Your taste in women sounds just as irrational. You've got a chaotic lifestyle. I mean, what are you going to do for an encore?
I intend to grow old disgracefully.
You'll probably make it.
Why's your eye twitching?
I don't know. Is it twitching?
It's twitching.
Well, don't go to pieces. They do sometimes, you know.
I knew it! I knew it! You are hysteric and you are going to have a seizure.
I am not.
I knew it!
Don't be ridiculous.
God almighty, where the hell am I going to get qualified help at this time in the morning?
Stop getting agitated, Mangum. Sit down. It's only a reflex tremor.
I just want you to know I have had one hell of a night.
I'm sorry.
I mean, you forced your way. We forced your way in here.
I said I'm sorry. I thought we'd talk music. I thought you'd tell me about the life, stories about the people you'd met. I thought it would be something I'd remember.
Oh, God, it's something I hardly remember.
I think that's sad.
Very probably, very probably. But in the wee, sleepless hours of the early morning, that is my kind of music. Something melancholy with a counterpoint of gallows humour. There is nothing that so dignifies the human spirit, girl, as gallows humour. God save us from seriousness.
But the world is serious.
That's because it takes itself so damn seriously. Would you like another?
No, thank you.
Well, you'll probably find some gin or something somewhere if you look around.
I do sometimes drink sweet sherry.
Good God.
Well, it's not a felony.
How old is he?
Who?
Oh, this fellow you're going to marry.
Poor love. I think he's aged considerably since we met.
Bet. Sorry. No sweet sherry.
You've no sweet anything.
And quite a rock.
Good night.
Good night. Excuse me.
Larry, look, never mind what time it is. She wasn't on that train. We've driven all the way back and she isn't there. A circumstance which is beginning to tether me off, Larry. Yeah, you do that. As soon as I put the phone down, you make inquiries and bring me straight back. My mother's going to pieces here.
Who's going to pieces?
Well, you're a mother. You ought to be going to pieces.
Well, I don't like it any more than you do, but I trust her discretion. She's a capable Catholic girl.
Get the the telephone, will you? Thank you. Thank you very much for answering the telephone. Saves me getting out of bed just when I got off to sleep. Hello. What the hell are you doing on the line, whoever you are, at this time of the night? Oh, God, Larry. I know she's not on the train. She's here sleeping on my couch like she's been hibernating. It's not that kind of situation, Larry. Why don't you just go and wash your mind out? I could not put her on the train for the simple reason she didn't have the money for the train fare. So just relax. I'll drop her on your doorstep tomorrow morning. What do you mean? Is she all right? Of course she's all right. I mean, she's a lunatic, isn't she? And they've got special dispensation from Providence. Now, will you please get the hell off the line?
She spent the night with who?
She spent the night with whom, not who. She spent the night with who?
The bass player.
Oh, my God.
Oh, never mind that ace, king, queen lot. Is she on the pill?
Well, of course she's not on the pill. Oh, my God.
No, leave it to me, Larry. I'll attend to it from this end.
Nigel. Well, what's happened to Nigel?
Nothing yet. But I expect him shortly to live up to his reputation of complete stupidity by marrying your shop-soiled daughter.
Charles!
Charles? How do you feel like going back to London?
I'll leave off.
You could take it in turns to drive. Look, fetch her back and bring that string plucking...
Charles!
Bring that musical twat back with you.
Who's that, Chief?
The bass player. I want him bringing back here. Don't stand there with your mouth open. Go and get him.
What? God! Oh, God, what have you done now?
You knocked it out of my hand.
Oh, my teeth!
It's not boiling. I put a lot of milk in it.
It's hot! You're mad! You are stark staring, raving bloody mad, you silly woman!
Stop making such a fuss. It's only a bit of warm tea.
I am barbecued!
Rubbish.
Well, don't just stand there. Get out so I can get these damn things off.
Put this thing round you.
God! Stupid woman!
I only tapped you on your shoulder. You must be riddled with guilt, Mangum, leaping about the way you do.
I am riddled with scalding tea.
It wasn't scalding. I deliberately made it cool so you could drink it straight away. You haven't got time for dawdling, you see, because I want to go to Mass.
Fine, fine. Why do you need me?
Well, I want something for the collection.
You... God. Ah. Oh, where the hell is it? Here. Take that. Take something out of that. There.
And some pound notes.
I know you're searching for salvation. Do you have to go first class? No, wait. I don't know where the next lot is coming from.
You'll get it back. I'm keeping count.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, 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 very much indeed. Your lot have already got St. Peter's Rome. They really need my baked bean money, do they?
They've got the world's oldest and noblest institution, so that it's always there when people come to realise they need it. Well, get dressed. You'll have to take me in the car. I've run your bar.
Oh, my God.
Oh, it's much too soon to end a perfectly lovely party. I'll go up and surprise Mangum and bring him down, and we'll start all over again.
Oh, silly cur.
I want to hear you splash, Mangum. Don't go to sleep in there.
Chance would be a fine thing.
Surprise, surprise.
You must be Mrs. Piccolino.
Marino. Have you slept here?
He needs a home life and stability, not partying all night. And yes, I've slept here, although we never closed our eyes until Lord knows what time in the morning.
I'd like a word with him in private.
I don't think that would be a good idea. As things are at the moment, he's not wearing a stitch of clothing. Don't look so shocked. Freedom is now. The word is liberation.
Tell him I'll be in touch.
Who was that?
Jehovah's Witnesses!
Here they are.
You're an idiot, Mangum. You ought to get away from here. You need a stable home life.
I need 12 hours sleep.
You'll thank me one day.
What for?
Never mind. I'll see you in about half an hour.
Sanctuary! Fuck!
Here. Benny wants a word with you, madam.
If you'd be kind enough to accompany us, mate. How's it going, Ernie?
Yeah, you leave off, Benny. And don't you give us a hard time.
Still working for Benny, then?
Yeah. And you know what he's like.
Give him Mr. Weston's regards. Tell him this is Charlie Weston's punter you've got hold of here. Explain that Charlie wants him.
No offence intended, Lenny.
And none taken, Ernie.
Where are you taking him?
Look, will you tell these two Dumbos that I am not going anywhere, all right?
Your father wants to see him, Miss Terry.
That's right, Miss Terry. Your father wants to see him.
Will you please tell them I haven't done you any harm?
You'll have to stop off at his flat first to pick up his cat.
She's mad. Look, don't listen to her. She's mad. I'm not going anywhere, right?
It's for your own good, Mangum. Go and fetch his cat and pick me up here after Mass.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere.
Good, we're in time for the procession.
Where the hell have you been, girl?
Oh, don't start now, Charlie. I'll explain later. This is Mangum.
This bum, he's old enough to be your father.
If I was her father, I would prevent her running loose all over the countryside to the discomfort of the inhabitants thereof.
Are you all right, darling?
Yes, love, I'm all right.
I can see how you lot put the fear of God in him.
Yeah, now what?
Now, Nigel.
Now, Nigel.
Calm down, Nigel.
Father Denham's waiting, Charlie. Bring them in.
Not now. I want a word or two with this fella.
Now. They look as if they could do with a good walk. Will you be joining us, Mr. Mangum?
Happily, Ma'am.
Come on now. I want us all to keep an eye on this cat fancier. Come. Where did she sleep last night?
On the couch at my place. Quite safely. Is that the idiot she's going to marry?
It is if you haven't blown it.
Thank you very much.
Who says he's an idiot?
Of course, the thing was, could I get on with the parents? It wasn't just Mum and Dad, you know. There was the Pope. And someone called St. Margaret Mary Alacoque, would you believe? In the real emergencies, when the chips were all well down, they used to wheel out St. Jude.
Oh, you're going to marry a Catholic?
Oh, I don't know. It keeps going on and off.
Oh, come marry a Catholic.
It's not easy. 1 minute they're there, the next minute.
No, thank you, not a Catholic. Hotel life's no love for anybody. They'll the pill.
Oh, would you like to fill that up again and have one yourself?
Oh, thanks very much. Have a small brandy. Keeps the chill out.
Who wants to drink alone?
Quite right, dear.
I don't have to drink alone. It's my stag night. Do you know, there's a room reserved not a million miles from here that's shortly to be filled with a cross-section of my thirstier friends.
No.
There he is. There he is!
Steady, Nigel.
Marriage!
Can't we just talk about this, Nigel?
Excuse me.
Not him, you full-stop Nigel!
That hurt!
Leave
All
them.
right, son. All right.
Have you got a packet of plain crisps?
See? Get him up.
All right, Nigel.
Yeah, take your glasses off.
I'm taking
Don't
my
need
glasses
to.
off, Nigel.
Yes.
All right, now, if you want to get your face all bruised up for your wedding tomorrow, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
See? Who said anything about a wedding tomorrow?
Well, I did, you idiot. You twat. Have you no scruples?
Well, it's great coming from a filthy old man who steals another fellow's bride.
You male model. Can't even stand a damn girl.
You mean that?
Of course I mean that.
Now look what you've done.
Danny, fancy a drink?
Yeah.
We're not right for each other. So they say, so they say, we'd only fight with each other. So they say, so they say, we'd take flight from each other, row all night with each other, just no good for each other. So they say. They tell me if you're chalk, then I'm cheese. If I'm a bee, you're not the knees. If you're players, I'm not please. And if I were the tropics, you'd freeze. Maybe we might with each other. Whatever they say, whatever they say, make it right with each other. Come what may, come what may, hold on tight to each other. Make dark light for each other, burning bright for each other. Come what may.
Those glasses make you look ancient.
They are just glasses. They're not a surgical aid.
I thought you were in such a hurry to get away from here.
There's not a train till 4 a.m., apparently. Your father has ordered me a taxi and given me a handsome compensation.
Which, of course, you accepted.
Which, of course, I accepted.
You are a swine.
Yeah. Why don't you go back to bed?
I can't sleep.
Think about Nigel. That should act as a soporific.
You hit him when he wasn't looking. I wish you luck with Mrs. Piccolino.
Marino.
You are going to need it.
What about you?
He's basically a sweet person. Yours is just a bitch.
Correction. A rich bitch. Which fills me with a sense of tolerance for all her other shortcomings. My father said I could help myself to a drink.
He didn't mean it was compulsory.
You want to make yourself useful? Find me a box for my cat. A box for the cat. These bridal nerves have quite ruined your appetite.
I never get married on an empty stomach. Do you want anything?
What is it?
Liver sausage?
You really are a fairy creature, aren't you? All gossamer and tinsel.
I suppose at your time of life you haven't got the digestion for it.
Bitch.
Temper?
Anyway, you haven't even tried to sleep.
Yes, I have.
Oh, yeah? Well, look at you. Look at your hair.
What's wrong with my hair?
Nothing. That's just it. Not a damn thing. Just brushed it.
Well, of course I brushed it. It was all over the place.
You have no right to brush it.
What are you talking about?
On your wedding eve, you come down here, still warm from your bed, your hair all brushed and glossy, and dressed, ready to slay all masculine scruples.
Oh, rubbish. It's just the first thing I grabbed.
And he's grabbing you back again very adequately. I mean, you sneaked down here.
I did not sneak.
In the dead of night, this small, desperate hour.
This is my home. I'm entitled to move about freely.
In curlers, you are entitled to move about freely in front of casual house guests. In curlers, woman. Or in some hideous face mask. Not rigged out like that. Looking absolutely stunning.
You think I'm stunning?
Of course you're stunning. No, damn well you're stunning.
I had no idea you considered me stunning.
Rubbish.
It's not rubbish. All you've ever done is moan at me.
Any damn fool can see how absolutely gorgeous you are.
Oh, this is awkward.
Your father is going to kill me.
Yes.
I think you could have argued just a bit.
Why didn't you say something? What were you going to do? Wait until I got to the altar?
Damn you, girl.
This is absolutely stupid.
It's bloody ridiculous.
You're old enough to be my father.
Stop saying that.
I'm getting married in 7 hours' time.
Oh, for God's sake, don't start eating. I mean, not now.
You see how impossible you are? What a temper you've got. How could anyone fall in love with you?
Well, it hasn't been easy falling in love with you, I'll tell you. It's been an uphill battle all the way.
You're totally self-centered.
And you are spoiled rotten.
Completely unreliable.
You are one of the world's great, great interferers.
What are we going to do? What about Nigel?
Oh, Nigel. I can't imagine why you got involved with a prawn like Nigel in the first place.
He's not a prawn. And who are you to criticize? Look at Mrs. Piccolino.
Marino. Oh, Lord, she's going to sue me. And she was going to pay off my gambling debts. Listen, you do realize, don't you, that if you come away with me, your father is going to cut you off without a penny.
Of course.
And you are going to represent a considerable financial sacrifice.
Oh, flatterer.
And you have torn me wide open, girl.
Sometimes you scare me, Mangum. Sometimes you make me so damned angry. And if that isn't love, I don't know what the hell is.
Tell you what you do. You go upstairs, you pack a bag. Quickly. Taxi should be here in about 30 minutes.
I'm almost packed. I was going on honeymoon, remember?
Where?
Rome.
Rome? We'll have to see the Pope some other time.
No jokes about the Pope, Mangum. If you're going to marry me, he'll be your Pope, too.
Oh, Kurt. It has been a weird weekend. It's going to get weirder. I know. I'm old enough to be her father. I know it. Don't you start. My only defense is that she is a wild-looking girl.
I've left the big case in the hall and the classic farewell note on my dressing table.
Better go and burn it.
Well, I knew Mangum, I'll be able to say. He believed in very short engagements.
I'll tell you what I don't believe in. This. Us. I mean, we were dreaming. And we're going to feel damn silly in the morning. It's a big day for you tomorrow. We were just caught up in the emotional overspill.
Oh, I see. We were overcome by all these romantic associations in the kitchen.
Oh, come on. Look at us. Look at me. Face it.
And what did you do on the night before your wedding, Miss Weston?
Bridal nerves. Normal standards will be resumed as soon as possible.
Do you really think that I can walk out now in the morning and marry Nigel?
It's a marriage of convenience. I never said you've loved him. Now, you've got courage, you've got grit, you've got drive. You'll make it work somehow.
You always know so damn much stuff, Mangum.
You know that poor prawn is not going to know what hit him, is he?
You should never have stopped to pack that damn bag. I told you the first time we ever met.
Terry. Wouldn't have worked, love. It wouldn't have worked. And the time to realize it is now.
You don't know.
I know. I know that a gambling man like me needs bigger odds, better odds than we would have had. I know that. You go to bed, right? It'll be a mess in the morning. Terry, I had intended my decline to be one of comparative calm. It was confidently anticipated that in the asinine follies of the bowels, Mangum was finally flame-proof.
Lord God, look kindly on that idiot Mangum.
Well, not a bad day for a wedding next.
Not a bad day at all, Gov.
Do you know, I was married in fog, thick fog. If Mrs. Weston hadn't been in white, I doubt if I'd have found her. She was the only one who turned out clear on the wedding photos. And there was no Rose then, Max. Nah. I was selling a few cars at the time and there was like gold to get hold of. There was a 2-year waiting list. The punters had snatched your arm off. You know, we went to church in this big old ex-army Hummer, still in camouflage. Even so, I'd still sold it by tea time. We went on honeymoon by train, and we had to stand all the way. Still, Max, if you find the right woman, you can put up with a bit of inconvenience.
Yeah. I don't seem able to hold to myself.
Them Roman Catholics have got some funny ways, but I'll tell you what, Max, they stick like glue. Oh. Lovely. If he's no good to you, I'll kill him.
With each other, whatever they say, whatever they say, make it right with each other.